Cambridge Secondary 1 Checkpoint Maths Paper 1. Please read the instruction first. Alright? You must show all your working on the paper and no calculator allowed. You may use geometrical instruments if needed and tracing paper optional. You should show all workings clearly. Let's start. Now, for the first question, you must do by long division. So after you do this, remember 7 times 7, 49, and then when you subtract, you get 40, and this is what you get. So remember, you can stop here. Okay, 10 divided by 7 is 1, that's all. So the answer, just write it here. So we know the answer is 7.57 for number 1. And now for second question. Okay, as worked out earlier, yeah, 10% of 280 is 28, so it's less, right? And 25% of 140, okay, it's just 1/4, okay, it's 35, it's more, and this is exactly equal to 30, and 80% of 40 is just 4/5 or 8/10, and when you multiply you get 32, so it's more than, right? So as shown here. Now the third question. This is quite straightforward. Alright, write each number, remember negative and add another negative. Okay, if you subtract another negative, this negative becomes positive. Alright, and because it reverse direction and it reverse direction again, so it actually goes to the other to become more positive. And this one, positive divided by negative number, definitely negative number. Alright, and I rewrite this line here as this. Okay, because negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Something times negative 12 gives you 24. This number got to be negative 2. Okay, that's how we ensure that we don't make mistakes. Now, for question 4, as mentioned, Yuri is 1.6 meter tall and Lily is 140 cm tall. So you got to make the unit the same. I choose cm, so it's simpler. You can also use meter. It becomes 1.4. So you have to do it Yuri to Lily's height. The ratio equals to 160 to 140. Please make sure that you don't get the wrong order. Alright, so when you simplify, you divide. If you do slowly, step by step, divide by 10 and divide by 2 again, you can right away divide by 20, each one of them. Alright, so you get 8 to 7. Now, next, number 5. Alright, you're given PS and RT, straight lines. So when you were given this information, do the visualization as well, so you can see better. Draw a ring around an angle that must be equal to 123. Alright, so when you see such a question, okay, I bring a colored pencil here to help me, or a highlighter to help me to see things better. Alright, so 180 minus 57 equals to 123 because they are angles in a straight line. Alright, if you do this one, okay, this D actually equals to A plus B. You can also go by this way, but because they're only asking for one angle, so I choose this angle. Alright, so this angle, because there are long angles on the straight line RT, so that angle to be ringed is D. Alright, and take the reason that best explain my answer. Of course, there are angles on a straight line that add up to 180 degrees. Okay, for number 6, okay, best estimate of square root of 83, right? Now, I know that it must be more than 1 because 81 81 is 9 square. Okay, so square of 81 is 9. Now that must be 9 point something. But I also know that 9.5 is 9 times 10, 90, and 25, 5 square. Okay, so that definitely it cannot be 9.5. So I'm left with 9.1. I ring that. Okay, draw a ring. Next question, around the value of 7 to the power of 0. Any number, okay, to the power of 0 will give you 1. Right, so definitely it's 1. Now we go to the next question. Now for 7a, okay, be careful here guys. Okay, for you must work out the multiplication first. Remember your PEMDAS. Okay, parentheses, exponential, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So 4 times 2.5 will give us 10. So 10 plus 3.8 is 13.8. Alright, then for 7b, right, I see something common here, 45 and 45. So I bring out the 45 and I leave the remaining in a bracket. So 37 plus 63 gives me 100. 7 plus 3 is 10. Keep 1, carry forward to the next one. So 3 tens plus 6 tens plus 1 more 10 give me 10, 10. So 100. So 45 times 100, just add the 20 here, 4,500. Simple. Right? Now, question 8. All right. A number statement. When you see something like this, quickly change that to y over 3. Okay, a third of y is equals to y over 3. All right. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. And you get this 21. So y is just simply 3 times 21 will give us 63. Now for number 9, the diagram shows a shape with rotational symmetry of order 2. That means if I rotate this object around this point, I'll get the same shape every 180 degrees. Every half a turn, I get the same shape. So when I go back to the same position, I get 2 order of rotational symmetry. Yeah. So that just means like that. All right. So in that case, this shape here is exactly the same as this shape here. All right. So since we're given this is 1.3, so this is the same here, 1.3, 130 cm. And this side here, it will be 130 plus 50 here. All right. So 180. And this is the same. Okay, 70. And there's 50 and 20. So for perimeter, I know that if once I know the perimeter of this side here, half of a portion, I just multiply it by 2 for this side here. Yeah, to avoid unnecessary mistakes. Yeah. So I just do this. This side is 180 plus 70 plus 50 plus 20 and plus 130. All right. Very clear. 180 plus this is 250 plus 50 is 300 plus another 150 is 450 times 2, 900. Very clear and straightforward. Right? Now, this question. Okay, you're given this. All right. So now based on this information, I see that there's similar angle. So in this case, 100 represent a G. So this must be my G shadow, G prime. Yeah. And then I see 85. So this is my H prime. All right. I would say it's a shadow of H. Okay. I just put a sign here. All right. Then my E must be this one. Okay. And F must be 105. Right. So GH in that case is 10 cm. Okay, as written here. And work out the value of X. X here will be the sum of total angles, interior angle of a four-sided object, that would be 360, you subtract that by 100, 105, and 85, and you'll get 70. All right, as shown here, very simple. Okay, so it will be 70 degrees. Now for the frequency column, right, we are told the student in class 9L have a test, all right, and their marks are tabulated as follows. Okay, there are 28 students, all right, so all this frequency, when you sum it all up, it should be 28. The model class interval is 20 to 29. That means at this range is the highest number of people getting marks at this range. Yeah, so it has to be the highest. Okay, and the lowest mark is 7 marks. Okay, so 7 is here. That is why there's lowest, there's only 1. All right, so I wrote 1 here. So 1 plus 11 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. So 16 plus 12 more will give you 28. Hence, the value of the frequency is 12 here. So that shows indeed that this is the model class interval. So that's how we do this. And the next question, number 12, two fractions, 5/4 and 4/5. They ask us to calculate to show which one is closer to 1. So as we see here, from 4/5, yeah, to 1 is just 0.2 away, 1/5 away. Okay, and from 1 to 5/4, or this is actually 1 1/4 in a mixed fraction, it's just is actually a quarter. Okay, a quarter 0.25, 1/5 is 0.2. Definitely a quarter is bigger than 1/5. All right, so in that case 4.5 is closer to 1 because 1, the difference, yeah, 1 minus 4/5 is less than 5/4 less 1. Okay, the difference is less. Okay, that's why it is closer. Yeah, 4/5 is closer. Now for question 13, right? You are given y equals to 3x plus minus 3. So the gradient, okay, the gradient m equals to 3, right? So the line passes through point 719. I substitute this value of x into the equation. Okay, 3 times 7 minus 2 gives me 19. So 19, same, true. All right. When x goes up by 1, y increases by 3. Actually, when the gradient equals to 3, it means for every increase in the value of x by 1 unit, the y value will also increase by 3 units. That's what it means. All right. Providing this whole equation, the minus 2 remains the same. Okay. So it's true. So I just work it out for the sake of showing. Okay. So let's say I use point, if my x is 1, 3 times 1 minus 2 gives me 1. And if my x is 2, my x value is 2, 3 times 2 minus 2 gives me 4. So you can see that my y value increased from 1 to 4 by 3 units. Okay, so it's true. Now the line is parallel to the line y equals to 4x minus 2. As you can see, minus 2 remains the same. The gradient changed from 3 to 4. Okay, so it's actually when as the gradient increases, actually your line gets steeper. Okay, gets steeper, so it's 4 more than 3 steeper, so it's false. Yeah, and you can see it from, let's say you put a value of x equals to 1 here. All right, if x is 1, 4 times 1, 4 minus 2 is 2. So for the same value of x, the y is 2. So this is 1, 2, the point, whereas this is 1, 1. So it's actually higher the point, the location of the point is higher, the coordinates is higher than 1 1, so it's steeper. So it's not that they are not parallel. Okay, parallel if this is the same, if the value of m is the same 3, that means it's the same. Okay, this value may change. Yeah, they are parallel if only if the value of m is the same. The line is steeper than the line y equals to 2x plus 1. Okay, we can see this one, the value is different, and not only the m is different, the c is also different. Okay, remember there's this equation y equals to mx plus c. Yeah, that's the general line for any straight line equation, yeah, in the graph. All right, so when you plug in the value of 1 here, 2 plus 1 is 3. So this point here, 1.1 and 3. Okay, and if you put the value of 2 here, it becomes 5. The y value is 5, so it's 2, 5. So comparing this, okay, here for this line, okay, is 1, 1. This is 1, 3. This point is higher, okay, and this is 2, 4. This is 2, 5. So it's still higher, yeah. Actually, it may not be steeper. It is not steeper because at first you can see it's actually going down. The line is not as steep, okay, because of the gradient, the gradient and the c-intercept value here. All right, this one changed the whole dynamic of the line. All right, so it's false. Yeah, this the position, it is actually different. Yeah, okay, sorry, there was a correction for on my part. All right, this one, the gradient is 2, so it should be less steep. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, it should be less steep than this line. So just now I tick here because I saw the value. I thought it's getting bigger, but it's actually getting, it's not as steep as this line. The first line is y equals to 3x minus 2. Okay, so this should be true. Yeah, this one should be true. So I did a rough sketch of what the line should look like. The one in black is y equals to 3x minus 2, and then the one in red is y equals to 4x minus 2. You see, it gets steeper. And then for the purple line is actually y equals to 2x plus 1. All right, so it goes to 2x plus 1. Yeah, so that's the line. It's not drawn into scale, so that's just roughly to tell you where how steep the line should be. So the smaller the value of the gradient means it is less steep. All right, thank you. If it is positive sign, it goes up. If it is negative sign, it goes down. Right, that you learn it later in the following year. Okay, for question 14, okay, this is what you do. Make a table like this with all numbers. Back A, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back B, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, so you add them. Okay, this is addition. Add them because the question tells you she takes one counter at random from bag A and another counter at random from bag B. She adds the numbers on her two counters. Find the probability that Bless's answers is more than 6. Okay, so we're looking for more than 6 when you add them. 2 plus 1, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 7, 7, 8, 9, 10. So ring all those or color all those that are more than 8. Remember, more than 8. More than 8, 7.
More than 8 is
8.
9.
Okay, all these numbers. Alright? So, how many probability? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of how many? The whole thing is 5 by 4, so it's 20. Okay, you can leave it at 8 to 20, or you can simplify it further. All are multiples of, these are multiples of 4, so it's 2 over 5. Alright, whichever you're comfortable, you can write it here. 2 over 5. Right? Now, complete this diagram here. Okay? So, what you do, 4,500 divide by 0.01. When you see it divide like this, it just means, okay, divide by 1 over 100. It's actually the same as you multiply by 100. Okay? So, when you see something like that, you can look it up simply. Alright? So, 4,500 times 100. You add 2 more 0. 4,500 plus 2 more 0. Okay? 450,000. Okay? So, it's 450,000. Okay? Now, times 10 to the power of minus 4. Okay? This is actually, okay, to make it simple, I make this 4.5 times 10 to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Okay? So when you have 10 to the power of minus 4 here, it becomes 4.5 times 10 to the power of 5 minus 4, which is equals to 4.5 times 10 to the power of 1. So it's just 45. Okay? So put in the value of 45 here. Okay, I'm shaking a bit. Uh-oh. Okay. 45 here. And 45 times 10 is 450 here. Yeah. Alright. So just to double check, divide by 0.1. Divide by 0.1 means you times 10. So 450 times 10, 4,500. Bingo, all correct. Yeah, that's how you get your 2 points here. Now, number 16, complete the multiplication grid. Okay, something times 8 gives you 6.4. We know 8 times 8 is 64. So this is a tenth of 64. So that in that case, this number here is not 8 but 8 over 10. So it's 0.8. Right? So 0.8 multiplied it by 0.2. Okay, 8 over 10 times 2 over 10. You get 16 over 100. So 0.16. Alright? So and then 0.3 times 0.3 times 8 is just 24, and then you put a dot here, so 2.4. Alright, and 0.3 times 0.2 is the same as 3 over 10 times 2 over 10. This will give you 6 over 100. Okay, which is 0.06. This is 0.06. So I want you to also work to the working here, because your working counts. Yeah, so 6 over 4 divided by 8 is the same as 6 4 divided by 80. Okay, so this is your answer. This is 0.8. Okay. So this one 0.8 times 0.2 is the same as 8 over 10 times 2 over 10 equals to 16 equals to 0.16. Alright, so I think we solve until this page. Continue, question 17. Rajiv is investigating the use of a laser center. Tick to show if these are primary or secondary sources of information. Primary is when you get your information directly. Alright, secondary you get it from other sources, not first-hand information. So therefore, Rajiv give questionnaires to people who use the leisure center. That shall be primary. From local newspaper article and leisure center website, they are the secondary. Alright, now look at part B. One question from Rajiv's questionnaire. How many times did you use the leisure center last month? Right, 1 time, 2, 3 times, 4, 5 times, more than 6 times. Okay, there's something missing here. All right, now so that's why when we are asked describe one error in this question, first one, there's no option for 0 visit. Okay, there's also no option for 6 visits, okay, in the last month. So these are the 2 things that you can mention. Okay, either you write this and then or you can also write no option for 6 visits in the last month. Right, now a dentist is investigating this question. Do people who use electric toothbrush have healthier teeth than those who use normal toothbrush? She examines each patient's teeth and gives the teeth a score. Patients with lower scores have healthier teeth. Remember, lower score means healthier teeth. Alright, this is how you read it. Okay, using a normal toothbrush, 05, 07, 07. Alright, electric toothbrush, 05, 06, 07, 08, 08, 09. Okay, this is 10, 12, 14, 15, 18, 19, and 19. So these are the numbers of sample. Okay, when you count this, 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 6, 13 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 3 plus 3 plus 7, 10, 7 plus 6, 16, plus 16, 22, and this is 23. Okay, exactly. Sample size, I take it all correct. Sample size 27. And then okay, you are given a key here. Okay, how you read it? 30 means you have to read it from the center. 30, 32, 33, 35, 36, 36. Okay, and this one 31, 32, 36, 38, like that. All right, so work out appropriate average for both groups. We are going to use median because it's easier. Okay, now median is actually means the middle value. The middle value after you organize them in the ascending or descending order. All right, so average score for patient who use normal toothbrush. Sample size 23. The middle number, the middle term will be the 12 score. All right, the 12 score because 11, 11, and then one more in the center. 11, 11, and one more. Right, so that would be 23. So I counted from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 23. That is my middle number. All right, okay, now average score for patients who use an electric toothbrush. All right, now the electric toothbrush, that 27. 27 is 13, 13, and there's 1 in the middle, right? So it's got to be the 14 score. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's 16, 1, 6, right? 1, 6. Now, write a conclusions. Now you see, the average score of a patient who uses normal brush is 23. Electric toothbrush is 16. So it says here, remember, the patients with the lower scores have healthier teeth. Since the average score of the patient who uses electric toothbrush are lower, much lower than those using normal toothbrush, the dentist can conclude that people who uses electric toothbrush indeed have healthier teeth than those who use a normal toothbrush. Now, for this question number 19, I look at the big picture. So, I take note of this part here, the big rectangular shape here. Okay, I know. Okay, this is Pythagoras is exactly right angle triangle. So, if this is 6, this side is 6, this is 8, this side must be 10. So hence this side is 10. So this whole thing is just 15 by 6 plus 8 plus 10. 6 plus 8 plus 10 gives us 24. Okay, and then the two triangles, 2 times half 6 by 8. Okay, area by height. The area is base times height, divide by 2. All right, so that will give me 360 plus 48, total up 408 centimeters square. Question 20. A tap fills a container with water at the rate of 0.25 liters per second. This is the rate. All right, it takes 7.5 minutes to fill the container from empty. Convert that to seconds, multiply by 60 seconds, because 1 minute is 60 seconds, you get 450 seconds. Hence, amount of water to in the full container is actually asking you for the volume of water. It's just the rate times the time taken to fill it up. So 0.25 times 450, you'll get 112.5 liters. Right? Now, for parallelogram, okay, the order of rotational symmetry. Okay, parallelogram, when you rotate this every 180 degrees, you find the same shape. So hence, in the total rotation of 360 degrees, you get 2. Okay, per 180 degrees, 1. So you get 2. Okay, now write down the number of lines of symmetry of parallelogram. It has got no lines of symmetry, yeah, because it cannot, you will not get the same shape when you fold it either way, anyway, so it's none. Now question 22 is a little bit tricky. Okay, you have to be careful. You have to be careful, read the instruction properly. Okay, there's the shape of the triangle A and the line y equals to x. Okay, triangle A is reflected on the line y equals to x. So this is the first reflection, A prime. Okay, you see this is how far it is from the line of reflection. They're same distance. Okay, and then the new triangle, this new triangle is then reflected in the y-axis. Y-axis is this line. Okay, I use light green highlighter, coloring pencil. Okay, so when you reflect it on the y-axis, this is the one in purple. This is what you get, A double prime. Okay, so when you lengthen this, okay, this point and this point, and then this to this one and this to this one, is actually 90 degrees. All right, so it's from here. Okay, if you look here, it rotates this way, so it's actually anti-clockwise by how many degrees? 90 degrees. So it's 90 degrees anti-clockwise rotation of A about the origin. Right? Now for the last question, the graph equation is given like this. Okay, we have to convert it to like this: y equals to mx plus c. M is our gradient and c is the y-intercept. In this case, gradient is the one we're looking for. So this we had done earlier in another question, yeah, similar question. So write down the equation and then make y to be the subject of the formula. Okay, and then you get this, and you find that m is actually equals to negative half. Okay, so that's all for the paper one. Quite straightforward, yeah.